I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
You get your kicked saying something like that, man.
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Yeah.
I didn't know you had elves working here. Does Santa know that you left the workshop?
You know, we're all laughing our heads off.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Late night ramble about the games we play, fighting virtual battles till the break of day. ABF and friends breaking chains and lock, discussing culture wars, we're off the clock. Off the hip we fire, talking truth till wire tires. Into wars we won't conspire, off the hip we light the fire. Joy Street warriors fighting left and right, pixels clashing like a neon light. Won't miss in the code trying to find, taking a stand for the uncaged mind. Off the hip we fire, talking truth till wires tires. Games and wars we won't conspire, off the hip we light the pyre. In the virtual trenches standing tall, pixel blocks rise just to fall. Culture clash and break the wall. Podcast echoes free of stall. Controllers clutch, knuckles white. ABF and friends in the late night fight. Virtual realms where freedom's tight. Battling wolves, feel it all on right. Off the hip we fire. Talking truth till wires tires. Games and wars we won't conspire, off the hip we light the pyre.
Yay!
Yo. Keeps getting better every week.
Every week.
So
not everybody can see in the back room except me and Norman. We're laughing our heads off, and Mo is like in the background.
I said, of course. As soon as I saw that scene, I'm like, oh, I know who the midget's gonna be. I fucking know.
Had to do it.
By the way, nice touch on the last intro. I saw who was waiting for Indy to steal the idol. Did you guys catch that?
I didn't understand who the face was.
Bob Iger. It was Bob Iger.
Oh, is that Bob Iger? Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, that makes sense.
That's pretty good.
I won't lie. I'm kind of jealous, though. First of all, Nerd Slide, was it you that made that? You made me look so much better than I actually do. Well played. I hope you are disappointed.
Gotta get Hondo in there next time.
I know.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Off the Hip, episode 34. We got some fun stuff today, but let's go ahead and get into intros. Nagernal, we'll start at the bottom.
Yeah, I just got off a stream playing First Ascendant again. Started playing the second season, and there's like 2 events going on right now. There's like I don't know what the 30th anniversary is. Like, I don't know the 30th anniversary of what. The game came out, this year, so. But then there's also the Winter Festival event. You get tons of shit, and they changed. Oh man, I should have sworn this.
They're probably referencing PlayStation. If it's 30th.
Yes, the PlayStation event. Yeah. Well, maybe that's only on PS5 then.
Maybe so.
Yeah, all sorts of nice stuff in that game now. It changed some of the survivals, like completely different. It's like almost too easy now, but I'm not complaining.
So you play it in increments of 38 seconds?
Oh, well, I mean, I played it with one hand, so.
GOONERGATE, baby.
That's some talent right there.
I was like, yeah, that's impressive.
30th American Ninja says it's the 30th anniversary of their company.
Of their company. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Other than that, not much. GCA
Sweet.
stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, boy.
Multi, you pissed anybody off lately?
Yes, I have. Apparently, there are still a lot of George R.R. Martin simps, and I am pissing those people off. And who pissed me off earlier today, I have a bone to pick with them, but we're not going to talk about it because it doesn't fit within the show. Leon, you are completely wrong about the Lion King and Kimba, but we can go into that at another point.
Explain to me how it is called Kimba. They make their main character Simba. The art design, the character designs almost identical, despite the fact that one is more recent. What am I wrong about, good sir?
Okay, all right. Excuse me. Simba is Swahili for lion, so that is like public domain name. And there was actually a 1940s comic book that was named Simba, and it was he was a. So that was before Kimba. Also, Kimba was like a 200 episode TV series back in the 60s and everything like that. The reference that you were referring to that everybody uses to claim that the Lion King is ripping it off comes from a 1997 film when the Lion King was released in 1994.
No. First of all, I said that Kimba was an old anime from the 60s, and if I said 97 instead of 94, my bad. I mean, it's couple years difference. It was Disney's golden age, so I'll take the L on getting the date wrong. But yes, I very much. Do you know how many Kimba the White Lion VHS tapes I had growing up because my parents didn't like a lot of modern stuff. So
no, it's all good. It's all in good fun. I was just like,
no. I'll take L's all day. That's what I'm here for. Is L after L. I'll make all y'all look good with my L taken.
Hey, yeah, how's it going?
But yeah, and great to meet you for the first time, man.
Yeah. Let's not bury the lead. Let's not bury the lead. Malty refrained from fighting for 1 second. That's 1 second more than you usually get.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You're getting better, my man. Yes, 2, 3, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Jess.
Done, by the way.
Swahili for lion. Who the fuck speaks Swahili? Who cares about Swahili? I'm just throwing that one out there.
You don't like the intro song to The Lion King? You know you
like
sing it at the top of your lungs. That's all in Swahili.
In fucking Urdu, and it would still sound good. It's the beat and whatnot. No one's listening to the words. You could say Vimignana, Vic Vimignana, and talk about the voice actor, and it would make sense. Like,
well, yes, of course you could. But then whenever you're trying to make the difference between Kimba and Simba and act like it's a ripoff, it's like, okay, we actually have to know where that actually comes from, the etymology of the word, and that's why people are trying to make this thing and just bloviate about shit they don't know anything about.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. I will maintain no one gives a fuck about Swahili though.
I agree. I thought it was all clicks, but
everyone will give a fuck about Swahili though when Biden decides to send $1 billion aid package to them. That's when people will start pretending to give a fuck. So
yeah, true.
Hayden, you have anything to add about the Lion King?
No, but besides that, maybe I have a worse take, and we'll just get it out here in the open right now.
I like how you're hunching down in your chair right now. I can see it.
I wasn't. I was tightening my hair a little bit. So I have got a worse take than anybody on the panel, is what the internet thinks, but I stand by it. Tater tots are mid at best.
Kick this man right now.
Hold on.
I took your side on this on our show. That no, I agree.
I didn't realize
tater
we were gonna.
Tots are a very basic bitch way to eat potatoes.
It is, because I'm fully capable of chewing my own potatoes. I don't need somebody else to do it and then fry it and then give me the weird mushy potato.
So this is what I decided to. I cooked off a grenade to throw it into Twitter today by posting this. So far, the main argument with the tater tot haters, besides texture, that's one of Hayden's problems, I'll give him that, is that tots are made up of potatoes that didn't pass their physical. That's something that I've heard. I still can't understand that. Like, oh, these are bad potatoes, turn them into tater tots. I think Big Fry has them brainwashed.
Fries are the superior way to fix your potatoes. So.
See, look how much cash is floating around this Big Fry.
Let me ask you, Hayden, can we come to some common ground? Because I love tater tots, especially when they're cooked a little bit too long in the deep fryer.
See, that's where you start to get me.
But
look what Gunho posted.
Okay, we're not even going with that. Okay, would you agree that hash browns are better than tater tots?
Yes, 100%.
It's like the same thing.
It's
not. It's the same damn thing. It's just bigger.
Oh my gosh.
No. Okay, so hash
browns
are a thinner version of
a thinner version of a tater tot.
That means that they're crispy throughout more often.
Yeah.
Tater tots themselves are always mushy on the inside, and it's gross.
What do you think
No.
hash browns are?
Browns that have been hashed, of course.
Dude, that's like saying I don't like
It's
Chick-fil-A
like an
sandwiches, but I
elongated
like
tater
Chick-fil-A
tot.
nuggets. It's the same damn thing in a different
No, it's
shape.
not.
right?
You
Because I
shred it
actually
in
I don't like
potato,
this.
you
What about
Sandwiches, I like
you
Chick-fil-A
put it on the
nuggets.
flat top, and it creates a crispy
Gotta
side.
have the pocket dots.
You're wrong.
That's the way to
I
go.
don't
We
like
have a
Chick-fil-A
cook here.
sandwiches,
We
I
have a
like the
cook
nuggets.
here. He's trying to speak.
I could end this debate right now. Here's what you do: you get mashed potatoes, you wrap them in bacon, then you drop them in a vat of frying oil.
That sounds
Boom,
great.
you got bacon wrapped fried mashed potatoes. That's the end all be all, son.
You
All right.
smoke way too much weed.
I don't smoke weed at all. I just love cooking. Cooking's my favorite hobby. I'm just good at shit.
Hondo smokes
it's a
weed. It's just
foodie.
secondhand smoke. That's
I'm just saying that
Which
I
is even
think
better for
hash
him.
browns are more often they're crispy more throughout because it is laid thinner rather than having it in a weird, like in the cylindrical shape and the inside of it being mushy while the outside of it is crispy. All right.
When I
That's
make
all
my
I'm-
own tater tots, I'll cook them a little bit longer to get them crispy all over the place, even the inside.
Now I could be with you on that one, but I've never had tater tots that were crispy on the inside too.
Okay,
So-
caveat: you can't be cooking your tater tots in a fucking oven, deep fried or nothing.
yeah, 100%.
I just order tater tots because I've never bothered to make them.
That's your first problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, maybe that's what the problem is, but the
You're just doing
the
it wrong.
bot tater tots.
Yeah, but
if
that's
you get them in a
amazing.
restaurant,
Too
or
mushy.
anything,
The Americans have
generally
come up
stop.
with a new way for potatoes. They call them tater tots.
This guy's bank account. See if he's got sponsorship
It's
for
incredible.
Ida. Like,
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Yeah, enjoy your
What?
fucking
Just
eel
had a
when
phone
whatever
call there.
else
What was
you eat
that?
over there.
Lord
Haven't done
pheasant
anything.
turning.
Yay!
Hey,
All right.
congrats on 100.
I ain't done
We're-
shit. I got 100. Sorry for the homies.
We're skipping over. We're skipping over Leon. We're going to Mo. Do your intro.
Hi. Holy shit! Between the Lion King takes and the tater tot takes, this Venn diagram is just like it's not the circle. They say retard. It's the fucking rectangle. Retards. Except for like two people, maybe. It's a big ass circle with a lot of crossover there. But anyways, no. Thanks for getting me to 100 on Reluctant Rebel. I haven't done anything on that channel. Why don't you sub to my Mo Zamboni channel, you sons of bitches? No, I'm just kidding.
Probably because
I'm
the wrong
just
one's
kidding.
being shared in the chat.
Yeah. It's honestly awesome. It's really cool. I really wish I would do more stuff over there, but man, it's just like the thing about streaming, it's cathartic, and it can be so cathartic sometimes that you just are like, that wasn't the way to go. I just don't have the fire for it, because it was fun having that talk a few times, and it was just like, okay, we're good. It's going to be an occasional thing, but I appreciate you subbing, like, honestly.
Tome.
So hey, Tome. But other than that, I'm trying to follow Nerd Slap down the gaming route on my channel. So I'll have to ask you how you do it. How do you do it? How do you do what you do, Nerd Slap?
Huh?
So
Caffeine and nicotine.
caffeine and nicotine.
There you go.
That's the way to do it.
All right, but yeah, no, awesome
I can help you
streaming
out
with
with
me
that.
on for the
Mike?
first-
Mike.
Yes.
Yo,
Hey,
Epic
what up,
Mike,
Mike?
what's going on, man?
not gonna confirm or deny that chat. Just saying.
Dirt Slap. What do you got going on?
Oh, just my usual gaming over on Kick. I played some of the new Indiana Jones game today. Thought it was okay so far. Didn't get too far in, but other than that, just making intros for this and working on stuff for the Nerd Files, and yeah, keeping busy.
Nice. Norman, how are you doing?
It's been a good week for gaming, hasn't it? The right games are getting cancelled. RPX Defiant. The right games are coming out as well and breaking the Steam charts and all sorts of records. It's been really good. And yeah, I have no stake in the tater tot argument, but I will say, forget about Interstellar, forget about Inception or any of those Snyder movies. The Lion King is Hans Zimmer's best work by far.
Oh,
I was
dude.
gonna gloss over. He said no steak in the fried tater tot debate when like steak and potatoes they were so great together.
Right. No, I have no medium rare stake in this debate. That's all.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms you're opening up there, Leon.
No,
Leon,
Leon.
let's just get this out of the way.
Hold on.
Leon, how'd
What
you
about
take your
the
steak?
Goonies?
Yeah.
Rare or
we need to-
medium rare?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
there we go.
You're
I
welcome
just
on
brought
this
it
show
up.
anytime.
Yep.
So, real quick, Norman. Sorry.
Mhm.
The Hans Zimmer soundtrack, the Stampede, where he's trying to get to his dad. That sound part of the soundtrack I used to play on repeat. So yeah, it's goated, man. I have the CD somewhere.
That
but,
was just
yeah,
because you liked remembering Mufasa dying.
It is literally what I was thinking. You're just like, oh yeah, the sound of the death of a father figure. Like,
Yes, I love watching the end of Return of the Jedi and the middle of Lion King. So, and I just rub my nipples to James Earl Jones biting it. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
You probably would.
Clip it and ship it, boys. Clip it and ship it.
Hey, it's something new, guys. If you can quit playing the other clip, I'd be very happy. But
Well, now that clip that you just said is going to get mashed with the other one.
It'll get added in.
I've
Guess
rubbed
it just
my-
showed
yeah.
up as you said.
Mashed like
You
potatoes.
rub your nipples while you suck a dick to see what it tastes like. That's basically what's going to be spliced together.
And now
Yeah,
you just said it
you
too,
just said
Malty.
it.
Why would you say that?
I said
At
you.
least Malty said
You
And-
rub your
You
nipples.
did say you,
Yeah,
but
and
you
I
think
said
they
Hayden.
can't- You think they
I
can't?
said
do
Hayden on the
things
original one.
They're going to cut that part out, Malty. That's what happened to me.
Make it, yeah.
like
I don't give a fuck.
I was worried I was going to bring
People
too
have
much homoeroticism to this, but it seems like you guys kind of got this covered. I can be as fucking gay as I need to be. Good to
Yes,
know.
yes,
Yeah,
you do.
please out gay
People
us.
have been
'Cause
lacking on memeing on me.
Look,
So like,
We've all stepped on
Right.
landmines. Some of us have blown off our arms and legs like me. Some of us have lost a finger or two, like ABF. All right. So you know what? Sooner or later, it's coming for you. So you better be ready. That's all I'm going to say.
oh, it's all
Catch
the
me, I see.
dislike comments on the YouTube videos. So
Well, we have Leon on here for the first time. I've been streaming with him quite a bit lately, enjoying that.
It's been a blast.
Apparently, Leon likes hanging out with me so much that we want to do something together.
we?
Leon, what? No,
I said,
no,
yeah,
no,
you
no,
You
no,
said we.
no,
You said
no,
we.
You said both of you.
clip it.
Flip it.
Son of a.
Oh,
Anyways, take it away, Leon.
Yeah, I'm just stoked to be here. This is my third stream of the day, and then there's gonna be another amazing stream with you afterwards over on Foxy Moxie's channel. It's just been a great time for all of us to come together, sort of build this community, this camaraderie, and the streaming and getting to know everybody's been fantastic. So being able to be on here is like truly a treat, a pleasure. I cannot wait. Thank you so much. It's the most
Foxy,
humble I'm
what's
gonna
up?
be all night, and then I'm gonna just start being a fucking asshole. Thank you.
Let's go.
Well, as everybody knows, we've been starting off the show. This is turning into a segment now of me just pulling up my bookmarks, which I think are funny. And this one made me chuckle today. Showed up in my feed.
So why are we out here today?
I'm out here to rally for gun reform, and hopefully we can make a change.
Sure. And what's the sign here? What does it mean?
My sign says, as a Hispanic girl, I hope to have as many rights as a gun.
Sure. And like, what rights are those? Do you feel like?
I feel like Donald Trump, he just feels like guns shouldn't have like any type of changes, and he feels like guns, like the Second Amendment is basically like good as it is. But yeah, the way he looks at Hispanics is that we're criminals and we're drug dealers and like we're just bad people, but really it's the guns that are making America bad.
Sure. But like, what rights? You said rights specifically. Like, what rights do you feel like guns have that you as a Hispanic woman don't have, that you would want?
I feel like guns have the right to stay in this country. Like, they protect guns in this country. They don't protect my people in this country. They want my people to be deported.
You know, a lot of states, they have things like waiting periods, registration, background checks. You can't carry them in most, like right now in DC, 99.99% of people here can't carry a gun here. So, I mean, would you like to be banned from public places?
No, I wouldn't want to be banned from public places.
You don't want the same rights as a gun, right?
No, what?
Because you said you want the same rights as like a gun, right?
Yeah, by the fact that they want the guns here in this country. They don't want my people here in this country. They want to deport us.
I mean, it comes with all these other sort of stipulations of you can't take it out in public. You have to store it in this way. Well,
Yeah, she didn't think that
The
one through.
moment of almost self-awareness,
wait,
and then
what?
it goes right out the window again. Is mwah.
I want that sound clip of no what? Like,
Yeah, that would be a good clip.
that was fucking awesome.
I one time went to this protest, and it was so it was like the Westboro Baptist Church were doing a thing. It was the God hates homeless people and whatnot, and then there was counter protesters on the other side, and so they were like segmented across the city town square. and I saw this girl on the not Westboro side just holding up the sign. Cute girl holding up the sign that just had 2 pictures of lobsters on it. I walked up to her. I was like, what does your sign mean? And she just goes straight face, crustaceans. I was like, okay, but what does that mean? And she just goes, crustaceans. And she just kept repeating it. And I never figured out what the fuck she meant, but I will never forget it.
Brother, that was a troll that was on the other side just trolling. There was the perfect woman and you let her go.
Yeah.
Remember when she had like 2 redhead glasses, freckles? Damn, you're right.
All right, and here's the next one. Friends like this are hard to come by. I actually I think that these kind of people can be found in our Discord quite a bit.
What?
So he's shooting over cover, blind firing. Check out his accuracy.
Ooh.
What? You can't see the target though.
But that's
You don't have to. You hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds genuine. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Question everything.
Hi, Phantom.
You had it in the first half, not gonna lie.
Hi, Phantom.
Not me.
I was wondering if he had like something right next to him where he knew exactly where the cartridge was going to eject.
That's
And
what
so
I
he was
thought.
Getting that, and he
What's
had it
funny, my buddies and I do that all the time. We'll do like some impossible range that you can hit something at, you know, and we're just like artillerying some rounds down there. And we'll wait the 2 or 3 seconds and then hit a piece of metal together and they're like, it's so funny.
That's great.
And then we got this one as our last funny video.
Wait. Before it gets away from us,
Mhm.
we do need to address a question that was asked by Sophie.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah.
Before I answer, what do you think it is? You like,
Oh,
knowing
she
I'm
asked
an
first.
absolute
Ladies
douche,
first.
Yes.
I'm a Leo.
Oh damn.
Leon's a Leo?
Leon's a Leo. What a fucking shock, right?
That's actually pretty funny. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone here
Red
actually
Wars.
believe in that stuff is the question.
Sophie does.
So fair enough.
I don't think she actually does. I think she just trolls everyone with it.
You're welcome, Sophie. I
She
know
makes-
what you're doing, girl.
She's halfway
She
there.
makes compilation videos out of it.
Oh dear.
What's your name? Just take this home. Yeah.
So that's a pineapple grenade.
I know you pour that off and you throw it. Yeah, but as long as you're holding the pressure pin down, you can pull that pin and put it back in. That's only one time.
no.
Yeah. So
No, I know it's coming.
No. Straight. As long as you hold this down, you're good. Yeah. But as long as you get the.
Oh my god. What a terrible time to cut off the video.
Well, I kind of figured that was where that was going.
I love how ABF just got a DM right before he shut it. They're like, "You're canceled." Like,
Oh, did it pop up on
Now it's
screen?
canceled.
No.
no, it didn't. I'm just saying, you got a notification. It went, and it was like, message. FBI's like, open up.
So, to get the show started, though, as Norman was saying in his intro, a lot of cool games have been coming out. And I've been playing Path of Exiles and a little bit of Marvel Rivals. So I just wanted to tell everybody a little bit about my experience with Path of Exile. The first 24 hours were kind of rough on this game, and then I kind of skipped out on that part and then tried to play it, and my game was crashing every single time I tried to load into the next area. So I spent like 4 hours changing all the settings to get it to work. It was a pain in the ass. And Naganal's going to be like, "Oh, the joys of owning a PC." I'm sure.
The joys of owning a PC.
Yeah. How's that game on PS5?
What game?
Path of Exile 2?
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like trash.
It's okay. He'll find out next year.
So that's
I know about
been,
it now. I just don't feel like playing it.
That's been my experience. Has anyone else been playing Marvel Rivals?
I have
Played a little bit of it.
I'll say this. I know that so far my favorite character is Doctor Strange, but I also know that Marvel Rivals is trying to destroy my computer.
Just
Well,
want to
that's
bring up the
because-
Steam chart for Path of Exile before we move on. This diagonal line here went 439,000 people basically as it launched. And
Yeah.
it broke Steam for the next 24 hours. It stayed
So-
on that number.
One of the reasons why it was so broken at launch was they didn't realize that like 90% of their pre-orders would come in like 16 hours before the launch. So they had 1 million pre-orders if you count that 16 hours.
Mhm.
Here's my take.
Path of Exiles 2
I
is
can't
on
wait to give
PS5,
it a
by the way.
try.
Sorry,
I
what'd you
can't
say
wait
now?
to give Path of Exile a try, but I can already tell you their fans are fucking elitist. Because first of all, last night we were over on Smash's show, and I was telling about how I was going to try it, and Kyle goes, "Oh, you're going to buy it now or wait till it's free?" Okay, fair enough. Hilarious question. But I go to the vape store today, and while I'm checking out, one of the guys like, "Oh, so what do you game?" And we were talking about games. He goes, "You're going to play Path of Exiles, or are you going to wait till it's free?" It's like, that is twice in 12 hours that has been phrased like that. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
This guy's playing on PlayStation.
I paid the $30 to play it early, and I don't regret it. It was a lot of fun playing.
I'm about to buy this on
on
PlayStation just because of what you said earlier.
Straight up, I have a Steam Deck. This looks phenomenal for a Steam Deck game. Like,
Yeah, it looks like Diablo 1. I
so
guess
that's-
people are comparing it to Diablo 2, but I've never played Diablo 2, so I wouldn't.
Diablo 2 is great.
I can't.
This game would be compared to Diablo 4, to be honest. In fact, I've heard a lot of people say they like the art
Looks way
direction better and think it
Oh, yeah, it
looks
looks way
nicer
better.
on the eyes.
I mean,
Yeah,
what did
Diablo
what did
What we
Elon
wanted
say?
was to
He
go back
said,
to like Diablo 1 and 2. Instead,
Right.
they like kind of went halfway back.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it was Elon Musk
Diablo
said that
4 is
Elden
just
Ring
dark
and
and gritty.
Diablo had a baby or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diablo 4 just like World of Warcraft, but darker. Like that's all Diablo 4 was. I was actually very disappointed in the visuals of Diablo 4.
Well,
I mean, I actually didn't really mind the visuals of Diablo 3. The only thing that would have made the game better is if it looked more like Diablo 1 or 2.
Now,
It's a little
correct
bit
me if
of a
I'm
different
wrong.
game than World of Warcraft, though.
But-
Actually, a lot different.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Path of Exile came out whenever what was it? It was in between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. And they kind of picked up as the spiritual successor and kept it really dark. Then Diablo 3 and 4 came out and went with a much more light kind of world. And that's one of the reasons that this is so much more sought after at the moment.
Yeah.
Because this is a
looks
dark
great.
It's a little bit more complicated. Diablo 4, you could basically play on just your mouse if you can program the buttons properly. This game, you can't. You need both hands on the wheel, and it's basically like a
when I
Souls-like
play
game. It's
on
actually
consoles,
difficult.
both of my hands are on my controller.
Good job.
No one-handed gaming.
Not for this. Is what am I looking at here? Zombies.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
characters aren't as fun to look at, is what you're saying.
No, he's trying to say.
in mind of the Gauntlet games back in the day, like Dark Legacy
Ooh,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, those were some. And that's what this has got me jonesing for, some OG Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's what it always
Gauntlet's
makes me
great.
think of, like this style and like the old Diablo games and stuff. It's always it always harkens back to Gauntlet.
So the first boss that I encountered, I actually died like 6 times, and I had to like change up my tactics. And I was like, "Oh, this is how you play the game." And then everything was, fine after that. Like, there's actual challenge. Whereas Diablo, you can just kind of not know what you're doing and fumble around and complete the entire game.
I think Grum's described
extent.
this as Diablo meets Dark Souls.
Yes, and Elon Musk said that as well.
Oh, maybe it was Musk that said that.
Yeah, and he loves Diablo. In fact, he's
the
top
top
of the
player in
charts.
the world.
Yeah.
He's literally the top player in the
That's
world right
amazing.
now.
Didn't he
Did
just
you,
make
you guys see the PC Gamer article where they were covering that, and they were just so salty? Like, oh, world's worst troll, Elon Musk, richest man in the world, is apparently also the best Diablo. They were coping so hard; it was amazing.
What was that, Nerd Slap?
Didn't he, Elon Musk, didn't he just put out a big post or something the other day saying like one of his like major classes that he made just like died or something in the game?
Oh, was he on
I
hard
didn't see
mode?
that.
Was he on hard mode? Oh, man,
Oh,
that's the
I think
worst.
so.
No,
He was
so
on hardcore.
That's how you have
Hardcore.
to get to be one of the best characters. Is you have to be playing on hardcore, and you have to beat this area of the game in like under 2 minutes. The time
Yeah.
was like 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and he
It
got
was
it
like
under
the
2 minutes or something.
the hardest nightmare dungeon is what he was
Yeah.
doing.
Damn,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like yesterday's hardcore. Yeah, Diablo Druid died. Damn.
Rip.
Rip,
some
yep,
chat.
pulling out, boys.
But what about Marvel Rivals?
So, like I said,
Downloaded it,
I've played a
haven't
little
played
bit
it.
of it. I love playing as Doctor Strange. And unfortunately, I'm realizing that now Doctor Strange and the tactics that I was using are blowing up online, and people are now going to be better at the game than I am the next time I play it.
Oh yeah, the Doctor
Well,
Strange
just
tactics
Jeff
were
the
there in the
Shark.
beta. It's hilarious.
You guys seen those videos of Jeff the Shark's ultimate?
Fuck Jeff the Shark.
Oh yeah.
You can
if I
literally
see
take,
Jeff,
you can eat the whole team and spit them over an edge.
I am killing.
We're on YouTube,
Jeff
Hayden.
every time
No,
I
in the
I'm gonna
game.
tab here. So
In game.
who do you guys think is following Iron Man right now? Is it Scarlet Witch?
Oh, I know. I saw
Is it
this.
maybe Spider-Man?
Nope.
It looks
saw
like
it.
you
I
could
don't wanna
just nope
spoil
out
it.
of there with Iron Man pretty easily.
Unless
Is that Psylocke?
you're
It's
against
Iron
Fist. Iron Fist can just combat tank you as you try to fly away.
Damn. So, I was playing as Groot, which I immediately knew how to play the character because it seemed like it was May from Overwatch, because you can put the wall up and you basically, instead of an icicle, you're shooting roots at people. It was pretty funny. And then also Rocket and the shark can hop on your shoulder and be a gunner.
Oh, nice.
So to explain this meme to everyone, let me introduce you all to Jeff the Land Shark.
Yes, this is hilarious.
Oh god.
Fuck Jeff.
Just carry him off the cliff.
That is
Yeah.
cheap as F. That is
He just
cheap.
ate the whole team in that circle and just took him off the cliff.
Oh,
I
nice.
can't say
Oh,
shit because
the,
as a competitive Smash Bros. Player, Gandorf's my main, and that's always like the go-to finisher. Is you just do the over B off the ledge. Yeah, it kills you both, but if as long as you're up a stock, that's that game changer, bro.
Sorry, I just want to look at that Jeff the Land Shark video one more time.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that was great. I just wanted to look at that video again. Yeah, that was great. Thanks.
Yeah, if you,
Yeah,
if
just
you
that.
type
Oh,
in
yeah.
Psylocke into
Oh, that's
Twitter,
a great Psylocke outfit, by the way. That is
Absolutely.
This new
Like,
generation
seriously, what I
discovering
grew up with.
Psylocke has been hilarious.
By the way,
Actually, I should probably play
gratuitous butt shot.
Yes, zoom in. What on earth?
Gosh.
I didn't know that Thomas Dolby was a gamer. Nice.
So there are actually rumors flying around that for a couple of these characters, like Psylocke, they did actually use body models.
I wouldn't be surprised.
good. That's what they should be doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, this is my main right here, Wolverine. It does require me to have a good team on me, but slicing and dicing and chicken fried rice and just it's a
Oh,
lot of
Hulk can toss you. That's pretty sick.
playing as Wolverine. That's
Yeah, the team up powers that they have, some of them are really fucking cool.
oh, there's the outfit right there.
Would you look at
That's
that
what I'm
guy?
talking
That one, so that outfit,
Huh?
that's a
The
premium
prices of the
outfit. You have to pay for that outfit.
Goddamn right, I paid for it. Look at it.
Yeah. I'm only saying that because like on Saturday,
Oh, yeah.
Yellow Flash was like he was kind of pissed about the standard outfit that they give you for Wolverine. He was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that's bullshit," because it gives you a jacket that like follows the color scheme, but that's really it.
I kind
But
of
no.
like it though. It's an anime Logan. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, but you know, for the classic outfits for a lot of the characters, it does seem like you've got to buy those classic outfits. So
Yeah.
they've found the way to get you to shell out the money. So, you know, that's how it goes in free to play games.
And Marvel fans, they will shell. Oh, they will
Oh,
shell.
yeah.
Yeah, but to be
Yeah,
fair, so like
congrats,
competitive online
boys.
gamers
Finally.
style of game.
All right.
So
Okay.
I don't want to tell you guys how many fucking Pokemon Unite battle passes I paid for. Like Jesus Christ, I'm just as guilty as Marvel fans.
This might be once I get the new computer in and the game's not trying to actively murder my computer while it's running. If I get into it, this might be the first battle pass for a game that I've ever bought.
It's quite funny because
Really?
I've been playing on the
Ever?
Steam Deck and it works like a treat. It really does. You got to fiddle with some settings and get a black screen out of the way, but other than that, it works great.
Well, see, here's the funny thing. Whenever I first booted it up to play the tutorial, my computer was like, "Hey, your graphics drivers are out of date," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I went ahead and played through the tutorial, and everything worked okay. There was a little bit of stuttering, like nothing too crazy. Then I updated my graphics drivers, and the game wouldn't even launch. So then I spent like 3 hours tweaking other drivers and trying to get things to work before I finally got the game to launch. And now I'm at a point where my character will load into the game, but not for me for about 2 minutes after the game starts.
Mhm.
So
I'm going to say this.
But I'm not the only one having trouble with this game because honestly, as much as I want to play this game, as much as I think I'll have fun with this game, I can't launch the game, so fuck this game.
Yeah, he's got
be
one
fair
of
to
those
them,
video cards that's like one generation out of the spec.
Yeah,
So-
they did a press release today that was pretty open. Like, I won't go into the full details of it, but they're basically explaining, 10 million people over the weekend is great, but we recognize that it wasn't the most perfect launch, and they basically released like a sort of an explanation of what hot fixes are going to be like, what updates are going to be like, when they're going to take it down for maintenance, and what that's going to look like. So they're being very open with how they're going to fix the game and improve it going forward.
Which is good because a lot of the like early reviews for the game, the negative stuff that you were seeing was that it's terribly optimized. Like it just chomps through resources. It wants to eat up everything on your computer. And I was seeing lots of people experiencing that.
I think that those are people trying to crank the graphics up, though.
Maybe,
See,
but
even
I
if
saw a
that's the
lot
case, is that again the comparison I keep using is that why can I run Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is a far more resource intensive game on the service at full specs, but I can't play the fucking Overwatch game with Marvel characters. That kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, I think it's optimization. I think
No,
I
it's
think people
not.
are
I'll show you.
legitimately having an optimization problem.
I'll show you what it is. It is.
Well, and like I said, I am just speaking from my personal experience and the reviews that I was reading.
This is the minimum requirements to play.
Jeez.
So a 580 is a relatively new card. And I think what's going on here is that it's just AMD is not supporting Leon's card anymore.
Well, here's the thing.
The RX 580 is old. I bought one. That's like 6 years old.
It's old, but Leon's got a R9 3.
I have the one from right before one generation prior to this.
no.
It's 100% AMD, not supporting. ABF is entirely correct. It's just I don't know if that's an optimization, or if you could also call this an optimization issue with Marvel Rivals, because clearly the card I have is good enough to run a bunch of other great shit. So why not? Why would you not build a game that can handle, that slightly older card that can still handle stuff like Resident Evil or Diablo or Final Fantasy? Like I haven't had issues with any of those games. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out last month, and I'm ripping through that game. Like
it's probably DirectX. You have to
but,
have a.
But I have.
They might plan on having this game around for a long time.
GeForce 2060 though.
You have what?
I have a GeForce 2060. I've got an
2060
RTX GeForce 2060.
2060 works fine.
It does not for me.
Turn the graphics down to low.
So here's the thing
I have.
Yeah.
But I still don't have things loading in properly. It still takes me 2 minutes for my character to load or for me to be able to see what's going on after the match has already started.
That's because you're on a laptop. That's just how laptops are.
Yep. And
It's
here's the
trying
devil.
to kill itself. Your freaking network card doesn't even work anymore.
That's true. My laptop is trying to commit suicide.
The devil's in the details, though. So there's an RX 580 4 gigabyte and an 8 gigabyte, and that makes a whole lot
That's
of
true.
difference. So, what is it? I would venture to say that they're probably just to kind of get it under the gun is probably.
Yeah, I can't play on my
I can
Samsung
see now
Spark
why they
fridge.
said that they stated they have no plans for a Switch launch or a Switch release, and okay, I can see why now. Like after looking at the requirements and whatnot, it's like, but maybe it's because the Switch 2 is on the horizon and it'll be released on that. We'll see.
But the part that confuses me is the graphical style is cell shading or cartoon style. It should be And I'd venture to guess in when you're playing and you're playing in real time, the difference between low and high is not that much.
No, it's not. In fact,
No.
most of the time you can't even tell between medium and high. You
Right.
can with low and medium, but
Well, is it more likely it's affecting things like pop-in and whatnot as opposed to the actual character models visuals?
it just makes things a little bit more blurry. Like the textures aren't as defined.
Yeah,
that's really what the biggest.
I
difference
haven't
is.
been having trouble with pop in. Like I said, for me, it's character models loading in. But again, my laptop has been used and abused over the past 5 years or whatever. So it is actively trying to kill itself, and Marvel Rivals is just helping. That's like putting a gun in my laptop's hand and being like, "Hey, I know you want to die, but don't do it."
Or maybe like putting a hand grenade where all you have to do is hold down the pressure pin and you put one of those in your laptop.
I have no problem with people wearing paper masks eating a grenade. So sorry. In Minecraft. So.
Well, I think you find this with a lot of infertile women. You've tried to impregnate that laptop so many times and it just hasn't happened yet. So it just wants to kill itself in Minecraft.
I knew when Malty started talking, I was like, "This is going to be a banger."
I just didn't want to interrupt anybody.
No, but so my time with Marvel Rivals is that I haven't died once in the game yet. I actually find it to be too easy. I don't know if everyone I was playing against was a toddler and doesn't know how to play the game yet, but I was telling people it was like clubbing baby seals.
Well, you are playing as Groot.
America's pastime.
I think that part of the problem is you're playing as Groot, who is a go in there and smash everyone character, and you're running in there and smashing everyone, but other people are still trying to figure the game out.
That's why I went Wolverine, because you're just slicing and dicing and hopping
you also
about
played
the
a lot
place.
of
And,
The
I
amount
was
of
on the
people
first
that I've
match just like they
seen-
were.
But the amount of people that I've seen that have gone through, they try to play these like 4 or 5-star characters, and they didn't go through the basic fucking tutorial. They
I
have
did the
no
tutorial.
idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I think it helps if you go through the tutorial and you kind of understand, okay, different classes, this is how you play them, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, no,
because
Nerd
they
Wars
did
is
a
right.
great job with the tutorial. They only have a handful of characters for you to play as, but they do a really good job of showing you how all of those characters work.
well,
how
it's
the
a good
interplay is
handful,
supposed
though.
to work.
33 is more than a handful.
No, well,
For
I
a
mean,
Marvel
for the
game.
basic tutorial.
Right.
Well, so in Overwatch, you can kind of get a lay of the land because there's only like a dozen characters. I mean, when the game first launched, there was only a dozen characters, and every time they would add one, people were like, "Oh my god, I can't figure this game out anymore because they added one new character."
Right. And this one starts with 33. People are just going into matches not even knowing how to play the game. First thing, they're like, boom, I'm going into a multiplayer match. They're trying to figure it out as they go, and they're getting absolutely murked.
Yeah.
Because even with the stuttering that I was experiencing, there was like twice, I think, out of the 3 games that I played that I got like second on the MVP ranking. I didn't get MVP, but I got like second.
Well, I mean, with games like this, as long as they're doing it halfway correctly, every different character has their own meta. But y'all just pointed out some of the things that make things a little bit OP. Like, I saw a clip earlier, and it's where Doctor Strange, you can kill all your teammates or something like that. Was that from this game? Where you
Probably.
could just, right at the start, you open a portal and you send all your friends to it, and
Yeah.
automatically kills the entire thing.
What,
You
really?
can't set the second portal until the doors open, but yes, you can start a portal almost as soon as the doors are about to open, and then you can fly all the way to the other side to set your portal and immediately just drop on everybody.
Well, what Malty's saying is someone probably made the end portal off the end of the map where they just jump off when
Yes.
they pop out.
So the video clip that I saw of that was that a famous streamer figured out that if you team kill everybody by using the portal, you can immediately have your ultimate. So he opened the portal and then his team jumped through it to die immediately so that he could have his ultimate, and then he ran into the capture point and just ulted and killed the entire other team.
That's
So this is Doctor Strange's ultimate right here.
No, this isn't his ultimate. This is one of his moves. It's got like a 190-second cooldown though after you open portals. Yeah.
5
Or
players
160
right
seconds.
off the bat. It was a team wipe, and then his teammates are jumping in there. Damn, that's awesome.
I love how it said 5. That's amazing. It's like, yeah.
Well, he team wiped. Like you can just open a portal in 2 different
whole team in
spots,
one
and then
shot.
boom, whole team's dead. You can open a portal up underneath the other team and just drop them off the edge.
190 seconds seems like a fair cooldown for something that can
Does
is
seem like a
not
really
an
cool
OG.
game.
That can
It's
team wipe.
160.
Holy shit.
160.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of normal for games of this caliber, though. Like having your ultimate be that cooldown.
Well,
But this was his ultimate. That's the crazy thing. That's just his move. Like
That's just your like F key. That's not your ultimate.
Oh, okay.
Stop
That
the
wasn't an
queue.
ult then. All right. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
So he uses what is his ultimate, by the way?
Yeah,
If
what
he
is
uses
his
the
ultimate?
for that other shit. Whatever
he does. It's like a green, like the time gems explosion onto everybody, and then that. Like I think what it does is it sets like other little timed bombs. So there's the initial explosion, and then everybody that it hits, it sets like a couple of second timed bombs on them that then blows up.
Okay, gotcha.
Like I said, I've only played with him a couple of times, but like playing as Doctor Strange is so much fun to me.
So my question is, I was a Reinhardt main in Overwatch, and I was pretty good at it. But I want to know if there is something similar to that.
So Doctor Strange has a shield, Magneto has a shield,
Magneto, yeah. Cap, of course.
Cap. Well, yeah, but Cap's shield isn't like the big square shield.
No, but it still does good damage if you do it right.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like that you can use for dashing. But yeah, there's like maybe 4 or 5 of the Vanguard characters that the right click button like puts a shield out that's a big square shield.
And that's
that
what
you
I
can use
like,
to
is
protect
being
people.
the ultimate tank, like protector and nothing else. But if you get
Doctor
close,
Strange is one of the tank characters.
Okay.
Who would you say is a Junkrat equivalent? Because Junkrat was who I played in Overwatch.
Oh,
Junkrat was
fuck
fun.
you!
I
hate
Junkrat.
you already.
See,
I'm
I play
sorry,
all the
Junkrat
trolling
was
characters
shit.
too.
I hate Junkrat.
I was May and Junkrat.
It wasn't even for how he played, by the way. It was just for his looks. Like, oh, crazy mad scientist dude.
Here's
Let's
the
go.
thing.
Like I said, purely off aesthetics. Like
I think that I don't know if you guys have tried her out yet, but I think one of the Junkrat type characters is actually Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
fuck me,
Oh,
hopscotch
probably.
and backwards. Okay.
She has a gun that she can launch like grenades, and she can like trap people, and
That
Like,
sounds like
it's-
Junkrat.
yeah,
Leon, you're gonna finally get representation with Squirrel Girl
Wait, representation because it's Squirrel Girl trans? Like
for Leon.
No. Okay,
No.
okay. I have to talk about this for just a second, and I don't have anything pulled up on it at the moment. But
I'm building up.
so the fact that Squirrel Girl is thick, the leftists are really fucking mad about it. And leftist Twitter is doing this thing where they're like, you're not drawing Squirrel Girl fat enough. Because like artists are like drawing renditions of Squirrel Girl, and they're like
my
drawing her
God.
fat and like obese, like, you know, ripply gut hanging out. And then other people are coming in and go, make her fatter. Because she's not the androgynous cow that they want to see in their games. She's just like she's a thick girl with like she still has a thigh gap. Like she's an attractive, just like thicker girl. And the leftists are mad as hell about it. They want her to be a chungus, and they are drawing her like just fat bubbles oozing out all over the place.
There you go.
Even in, like, let's take a look at this comic right here. She's not particularly fat right here. She's just very downsy looking.
There's some of these.
Yeah, I mean,
she's thick, but like there's some of the art that you'll find that people are drawing that she's like way too fat, and
I don't
people
see
are
a problem with
commenting
how
under it and
They put it
saying
in the game.
no. The way they put her in the game is fine, absolutely
Yeah.
fine. It's perfect. but there's people who are drawing her like really fat, and I was seeing it all over Twitter today. I'm surprised it's not showing up. I would say do latest, but latest is a scary thing to click.
Yeah,
Whenever you're scrolling Twitter.
I'll just go to the top. I saw one already. There you go.
That's fine.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong with that body type because
No.
the person is still taking care of it, but like their metabolism and bone structure is different, and that's
I'll see if I can find one.
They're
Because
still
I
in
was
shape
seeing
and they
a
still look
lot
good
of them.
without clothes on.
Well, in the
No, I
meantime,
take down. Share my screen real quick if you'd be so kind. Like, this is Squirrel Girl in the modern comics, and even then, like, I wouldn't even say she's fat. She's just fucking retarded looking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I don't.
She's
Even
not
modern
fat
Squirrel Girl
there.
isn't fat in the comics. So
She got some dental work done, and
to be fair, Hulk looks retarded in that too.
Dude, he looks like Joe Biden.
Yeah,
if
the
you-
art's
if you
not
hold
They
it
all
up.
actually, all of them kind of do.
They all look retarded.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
look at
it's
Thor.
fun- It's
Even
Joe
that dude on the
Hulk.
left, looking at the
Yo,
T-Rex.
Captain America, what the heck? He's missing teeth or something?
Sorry, it's on
Looks
Hammer.
like it was AI generated.
Okay, wait, I found one. I found one of these that I was talking about. Hang on. Let me see. Present. Where's my present tab? Share screen. Yeah, right here. This is one instance.
God.
Marvel Rivals. Here's Fat Squirrel Girl reference. Use as you please.
How can
Let's
she
just
even
let's check.
grow up a tree?
No pronouns in bio. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I've been
deleted
seeing
them.
stuff like this all day. I'm afraid to scroll any, so I'll see if I can find some other.
Wow.
That is the Midwest Squirrel Girl. Because
whoa! Don't you put that evil on my people? Fuck all that. We got some hotties out of here.
Oh no! I'm talking about the squirrels, not the women.
Oh my god! I'm glad I didn't scroll.
Because they raid the bird feeders and they're fat as fuck.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
What
give
it,
you that one.
yeah, what it really
I'm
is
from that
is
area originally.
close squirrels with a wide angle lens. That's literally what they do, and they put the point of frame right there, so it just like blows it out like the little South Park thing when they all getting high on fucking the scissor.
Yeah, even Jeff up north, who is clearly from up north, says watch your mouth on the Midwest. Just throwing that out there.
I'm from the Midwest, motherfucker. I was born in it, raised in it. You merely adopted it.
I mean, that's what the meme is. It'll always be like Zendaya or a random cashier from the Midwest. Like, we got some pretty girls out here who deserve so much better, but they end up working at like fucking UMB Bank. Like,
Well, to move on from all of this, I think we got a little bit too far into it. Dirt Slap, did you want to talk about Indiana Jones at all? You played it for what, a couple hours today?
About an hour and a half. Yeah. So, I mean, so far I like it. It's, visually it looks good. I was kind of thinking it was going to look a little worse, but so far I would give it a 6 or a 7 so far, to be honest. I'm going to play some more of it tonight and see what I think of it, but so far first impressions are positive.
Nothing like offensive about the story or anything?
No, I mean, I kind of forgot that they were going to use Tony Todd in this, so that was kind of cool seeing him pop up. But I mean, so far it seems okay.
This is Mahler sneaking around the Vatican right now.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you know how long the supposed gameplay is how long the story is supposed to last?
No, but I can look that up right now.
Yeah.
Give me just
Yeah,
a
because if you've only played an hour and it's like a 45-hour game, obviously you're getting
I think
just
they
like
said
a
maybe
regular
like
basic-
15 to 20 hours on the story, 40 hours if you want to do everything.
That's
Something
actually
like
pretty
that.
good. Sometimes these single player games are only like 8 to 12 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
According
I
to
heard
the
12, but I don't know how
Xbox
true
app,
it is. And like, there's no way anyone, because I was reading that yesterday. Like, you really beat it within the first 12 hours. I found that hard to believe. That is what I had read on X.
Well, according to
that
the
was a little rough.
how long to beat, main story is 9 hours. Main
Oh.
with extras is 17 hours.
Cool.
Nothing for completionist, and then it says all styles 15 hours.
Let me
I'm
ask you a
cool with
question,
that.
Slap. What is the original Assassin's Creed? Because I felt like the story mode in that was perfect, like length and in involvement. Like that was one of my favorite single player games to play.
Let me look it up. Give me just a moment.
Thanks,
I
sir.
feel like it was like 18 hours.
See, literally 18 was the number I was wanting to throw out there, but I haven't played it since literally the PS3 era, so I couldn't tell you if I was correct.
Love that game.
Yeah,
so much,
ditto.
bro.
Yeah, James is asking the right questions right here. Can you pet the dogs or the cats?
So it says main objective 15 hours, 100% completion around 30 hours. All main games just under 300 hours. So I guess it just depends on what kind of playthrough you're gonna do. But
Yeah, if you're just trying to get through the story, that's good. That's a good amount of time.
hours.
Are you talking about Assassin's Creed 1 or are you talking about Indiana Jones?
No, I'm talking about
Assassin's
we
Creed.
got to compare it because we say, oh,
Yeah.
is it 17 hours? Like what is that compared to a game that had excellent story mode?
Hmm.
And I was trying to give it a basis for what the judgment. So I think that sounds like a good
Quality
amount
of the story also matters, though. Like, is this a
Totally.
quality Indiana Jones story? And now, frankly, from all the trailers and advertisements, it looked like it was going to be. Like, this felt far more Indiana Jones on a story level than like that newest shitty movie, for example. So,
From all the reviews I'm reading, the weakest part of the game is what we're seeing right now, the combat. A lot of people are saying that this is their game of the year because it feels like another Indiana Jones movie. It has the sort of the campy slapstick vibe of how Spielberg directed those films. They say that the writing's on point, the exploration, which is something with Bethesda has been good at in the past, is on point here as well. Like, most rooms are searchable. There's usually something to find in those rooms, stuff like that. When it comes to the puzzles, if you want a hint, you have to take your camera out and take a picture of it, and then you get a hint. You don't have any like side character just blurting out the answer to you. Oh, this goes in here, or I wonder why that's glowing. Like a trace in God of War or something like that.
So
I still
going
worry
back
that
real quick to the dog question that was asked, there is one thing I know about the dogs in the game. You cannot kill them or harm them. All you can do is scare them with a gunshot or a whip pop. And then if you try to, say, shoot a dog after it has been scared from you shooting, Indy will instead check his revolver rounds rather than actually pulling the trigger.
I haven't.
Will Smith and I Am
witnessed
Legend will
that,
be happy to
but
hear that.
I can believe it. But yeah, the
No.
combat is a little wonky, but I mean, you'll get used to it.
Yeah.
So here's a question: If this
Terrified
game,
scripts.
if everybody's saying it's so great and everybody's having a great time with it, why does it only have like a total of 12,000 people on Steam playing it?
Probably because a lot
Do
of
you
people
want the real answer? Do you want the very obvious
Everybody's
answer?
on Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, there's that too, but also, bro, Indiana Jones 5 was the worst movie ever fucking made. It left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths.
Yeah, they're waiting on their favorite streamers to play it for them, and that way they can get their own gauge of whether or not they want to pick it up and play it for themselves. That would be my assessment on that.
And keep in mind, the game is only in early access over the weekend. Like, the game is officially out now. So, but adding on to Leon's point, yeah, the only people that are going to be playing this are Indiana Jones fans, Bethesda fans, things like that, and then people that are just kind of maybe generally interested in the game.
But it's worse than that because Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite film, and I'm frankly a filthy Bethesda apologist. And even me
too.
being both of those things was like, oh, I'm gonna wait on this. So even the actual fans, because they've been burned so many times by both these studios and films, are like, we'll see.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that Raiders was like the opening to the game, I was like, oh, that looks cool as hell. And I am also a Bethesda apologist. Like I love my broken Bethesda games, but
Me
I
too,
just,
buddy. Me too.
I was like,
biggest Bethesda.
I'm just gonna wait.
Well,
I mean,
that
think
is the
that-
good thing about Game Pass. You try it for an hour and a half, you don't like it, you put it down forever again, and that's it.
I have Game Pass and didn't even consider downloading it to try it.
Well, the reality though is that the Steam charts only give you a little taste of how many people are actually playing because it is on so many platforms. You got the consoles and you got Game Pass itself, which Steam doesn't see. So
yeah,
'cause that's through the Microsoft store.
Oh, that was bad.
But Norman was saying earlier that the story is just like a normal, like non-woke, campy, story. And
Which is
I think
crazy
that,
because this is where we got the clip of that guy saying they were making Indiana Jones for the modern gaming audience.
right.
And
So
I said that I want to go on record because Hypno said that I was fucking coping when that clip came out. I was like, maybe what he means is there's not been a good Indiana Jones game in a long time, and this is the first time they're bringing it to modern consoles. The last one was like on the original Xbox, and he was like, that's cope. You know what modern audience means. I'm like, there's a big gap of time between original Xbox and now. This would be modern by every definition of the word.
yeah,
It's
the dude was wearing a giant Pride shirt.
That too.
Like it was like so
And the
on the
haircut.
freaking nose.
So just for reference, it is currently number 26 on twitch.tv right now with 19.2k viewers. Now,
So
there are
bad for a
things like
single player
sports
game.
that have 4k viewers, or the Streamer Awards, which has 22 viewers. They're up
Or
ahead of
2K,
it.
which doesn't have 2K
22.
Yeah, there's 22 viewers watching the Streamer Awards right now.
I mean, that was live yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
No, it's on the 12th.
Yeah. Wait, we're talking about
Yeah.
the Streamer Awards. It's like hosted by QT Cinderella.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right. You're
Ludwig
right.
and all those.
Yeah, that
whole
was
fucking group
Sunday.
of people like OTV and 100 Thieves and those folks.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
speaking of which, when is the Streamer Awards?
Well, the
Healthy?
Streamer Awards was on Sunday. The Game
was on
Awards
Sunday, okay.
is on the 12th.
Yeah,
so
I
that's going to
wasn't
be on
even
what, Thursday.
I wasn't even thinking about covering that. I was just wondering if anybody would have been interested in me covering something like that, because I don't even care about half these creators. So
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've never watched the Game Awards, but because this year in gaming has been so tumultuous, I kind of want to rage about what they pick on some of those because
that's a good point.
I think that in the creator category that they are currently still doing voting on, I think that they intentionally shafted Stellar Blade. I think that it probably would have made it to the final round, and I think they did it on purpose, where they were like, "Oh no, this one's 100% voted on by you guys," but
Yeah.
because they didn't have it in the running, they didn't want it to seem like it was in the running.
There were a couple things on like a PlayStation Awards thing, but that's pretty obvious because it was like one of the only games that they released.
ABF, if you wanted some advice, maybe not advice, just my 2 cents. If you want to do it and you got a couple of buddies that'll like come on with you, it's kind of the way that I take like Oscars and Academy Award season. Like, you get a bunch of friends together, you almost hate watch it, but you just roast watch it.
Mhm.
And then obviously
Sure.
you give your own picks,
question,
and
Gooch.
obviously, and you'll be filming it, so like you can
Yeah.
make shorts out of that. Like, you can clip out the highlights, but you're just hanging out with friends while you're just like, we already know this is going to get shafted for this reason. We already know that this should have been the real one.
Mhm.
And there's
Yeah,
the
I'd
other
be
thing
there.
with
I
the
think
Game
I'm
Awards, which is that it's a 2-hour-long advertisement. That's all it is.
Yep.
So Gooch, I'll tell you on the best VTuber thing that you asked about there. There's something that VTuber fans care more about. It's called the VTuber Awards. So I'll look at the Streamer Awards, but I can guarantee you that most people were not going to be paying attention to the Streamer Awards that are fans of VTubers, because like Onigiri made it into Best Creative Art Streamer, but she didn't win, and there were a couple others that were nominated. But yeah, the VTuber fans are going to be watching the VTuber Awards.
VTuber would have their own.
Yeah, it started last year.
They ought to.
Damn.
Of course.
You should cover that, Hayden.
Yeah, you really should.
No,
Yeah,
I'm probably going to. Like, as
Yeah.
soon as I get my
Live
new
stream.
computer, I'm going to do maybe one of my first streams is going to be me voting on the VTuber Awards and just kind of talking some of that stuff. Like
Mhm.
I showed
Shoujo, a VTuber agency, made it into Best Content Organization. They didn't win, FaZe Clan did, but Shoujo, a VTuber org, did make it into Best Content Organization.
Oh,
So
nice.
like they're melding, but I don't think a lot of VTubers won a lot of the Streamer Award shit. No. So Iron Mouse was nominated for Best Marathon Stream. She did not win. Kai Sanat won with Mafiathon. Best VTuber winner was Iron Mouse. So yeah, that was a category. And of course,
Well, everyone
your
deserves
thoughts
it's
on
her.
her
She's one of
because-
the only VTubers I actually know and watch. So well
I was
done.
about to
Iron
say, I
Mouse.
was like, what are your thoughts on her? Because just like Leon just said, I was like, that's one of the few that I actually do know.
No, she's one of the biggest on the fucking planet. That's why you guys know her. But Zentreya,
Actually, the reason I know her is because she drops dope ass music. Like her music is fucking great.
Oh, is she that one
she does great
She's
covers and
a
has
lot
good
of
music.
nerdcore artists. So yeah.
Like Zentreya, Dokibird, Iron Mouse, and Vidal 987 got nominated, and they're four of the largest VTubers in the world, or at least in the United States, I would say, because Dokibird was a former Ninja Sanji talent agent. Zentreya streams every day and does a lot of different variety stuff. Vidal 987, he is the channel name and the creator name for the VTuber Neurosama, who is one of the only actual AI VTubers. Like, she's an artificial intelligence. Sometimes he gets her access to like read the chat and talk to people and stuff. And she does lots of collaborations with other VTubers. So like he's probably best tech, but yeah, Iron Mouse won, and Iron Mouse is she's one of the biggest VTubers on the English speaking side.
Whatever happened to what's her face, Code Miko?
She's still doing her thing. Yeah.
Her tech thing was like real cool. She like had like almost a full bodysuit on to be the VTuber, and then
she
has
has
all sorts of weird
amazing
stuff going on. She had like the chat on her chest, like it was like a plaque. Or
Yeah, she did that during the time that was like Twitch meta stuff. But like she actually develops her own code, writes her own code for like the tracking and stuff like that, and individual hair strands and stuff. She can like run her fingers through her hair and individually separate out hair strands, and like she's got a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the Twitch thing is, and from COVID times, is the only reason why I know even half. I don't even know half. I know who Iron Mouse is. I know who Code Miko is. Who are some other ones?
Mori Calliope. She's got a different VTuber name, but that's what she is for music, right? Or is that her name?
No. Her VTuber name is Mori Calliope. And somebody who may resemble her style of music and is an actual person is Demon Dice.
That's right. Yeah. Demon Dice. Again, couple great albums. Very, very jazz, swing, hip hop oriented. Super cool shit.
Yeah, she does a lot of rap. She's moving more into rock stuff now. Like,
I hadn't heard that. That's sick.
Oh yeah, dude. She's
I was thinking about Kirsha.
Kirsha is my favorite, but she's an indie, and she's on the right wing of the political scale, so she will likely never be nominated for any of these. That's
I love
my
how
Oshi.
Yeah, I love how Kirsha is grew up in Boston with a drug addicted mom, but she ended up being conservative. There is hope for all.
She had a good dad. That was the thing. She had a good dad, and her grandparents raised her about half of the time. So, that's where that gets you. You can have a psychopathic, schizophrenic, drug addicted mother who dates neo-Nazis and drug dealers, and you can watch somebody's cat get murdered outside of your house and still turn out to be okay if you have a good dad.
Base.
Okay is relative. I'd never keep ketchup bottle on my desk, but I digress.
She likes her warm ketchup.
Ugh.
So ABF, just while we're at peak viewership, we have a new clip for the channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
And I have to thank Leon for making this possible. So without further ado.
See, I imagine it's one of those like have you ever hate fucked someone?
Give me the meat and give it to me raw. Take the pants off. Take your pants off.
Literally.
Suck a dick to see what it tastes like or something. How then thank you is? No.
That's glorious.
And see, that's not the clue I thought it was. Given some well played on the subverting expectations. Take notes, Disney. That's how you subvert expectations.
Yeah, you thought it was the other one, but we had something new for you.
Yeah, by the way,
Happy that he didn't get hit on that one.
By the way, kudos for the useless beep that didn't bleep out anything.
Yeah.
Did you hear that one, meme creator out there? I'm not the meme
No, I
smith. I
wonder
just give the
who-
ideas.
Hit me up. I'll help you out with that next time.
Cut out the auto for that segment. It's all good.
All right. Well, moving on. So, yes, was it yesterday or the day before? I
Right.
think it was
yesterday.
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Pirate Nation put
A
this
little bit
out.
of both.
Yeah, Pirate Nation put this out, and he says, "Is this what gamers want?" And people interpreted it two different ways. In fact, let me pull up the other one. A person by the name of Dread Roberts was very taken back by it. So he says, any person with a modicum of decency would say no. This is not where the future of gaming should be headed. The constant promotion of half-naked women as the greener side of gaming is getting ridiculous. And I'm beginning to think that these people who say that they want to save gaming don't actually want to save it.
It's not the greener side; it's the cool side. We have cookies. That's it.
So
Exactly.
just to preface this real quick, Leon, I believe you know this person.
Yeah, I do know Dread Roberts, and actually in between the previous stream I was on and this one, a mutual friend between Dread Roberts and I were talking, and he according to him, I want to preface this that the whole religious aspect of this is being taken and ran with when this is apparently not what Dread was. He was not trying to make a religious aspect out of it, and that sort of got, even though he is an openly religious individual, he claims this wasn't him trying to project his religion or whatnot, but then people like Melanie Mack and John F. Trent co-opting this has only made it look even further like that. I think that even if that wasn't your intent, if you are a deeply religious individual, that that's going to seep out into this. So if you've made a lot of your ex personality about both being anti-DEI and being very religious, it's not hard for people to read between the lines and see that, or maybe you subconsciously did it. So I'm trying to be fair here, since I said some pretty harsh things while also acknowledging that I know the guy, I like the guy, I think he's a nice guy, but I think this is straight up fucking out of line, and I'm going to maintain that I think this is out of line. But in effort of transparency, if it wasn't supposed to be religious, I will take him at his word.
I'll say this about it, and I'll just give my real quick thoughts on it. What I think this is that this is the right side of populism. This is the conservative side of populism. What we've seen pushing back against this quote unquote woke cult that wants to have the androgyny in gaming and stuff like that. It's like we found a common enemy and we were fighting against that. But now that some things seem to be moving back toward the center, which was what I would call it. I wouldn't call it the right side. I would call it the center. Now we're seeing some of the people who are more religious, more on the right side, that are trying to grab the pendulum and continue to pull it their direction. They've suddenly changed away from ignore content you don't like to no, this content is bad too. Whereas previously they had been saying, no, this is what gamers want. And it's not a weird thing to see, but it's one of those things that I think a lot of people that weren't political beforehand are seeing, and it's a little bit jarring because they didn't realize that there was that separation in this side of things. Whereas I stand on the populist side. I stand on the creative side. I'm fine with creative freedom. Don't engage with content that you don't like. I'm anti-censorship.
So,
also nobody was saying this to be every game. If we go back to the 90s to the mid 2000s, up to about 2008 to 2012. First of all, nobody's saying every game needs to have tits and ass everywhere. However, prior to what we've been seeing now, Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur and Cammy and Street Fighter all had this level of sex appeal. We're saying make that normal again. Not that every game needs to be that, but if it's going to be there, if the creators want it there, don't censor it. Let it be normal. Don't let these consultation companies come in and ruin it. It is very, very. It is different rather than not everyone needs nor wants every game to be Stellar Blade. We just want the games that are Stellar Blade to be able to fucking exist.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me just knock out a little bit more of it. I have some thoughts on it too. So many claim to care about morals and the future generations and not giving even an inch of progress to devs who push woke ideology or whatever else. But then they'll turn around and tell young men and women to support titles that they throw this stuff in your face. Most of what I've seen for months now from these accounts are butt cheeks and cleavage. Seriously, how is this making gaming better? All we're doing is pushing normies in the same direction, but on parallel track. People may argue we just want to push back on the ugly women agenda, just trying to make a point to lefty weirdos. And I want to touch on that. Okay, so where do we draw the line then? Because there doesn't appear to be one. This is why I say that we need real adults with real ambitions, aspirations, and mature outlook on the future to gaming the charge in this industry. People who have their priorities straight and their arousal in check.
Okay, hang on, because this is one of the things that pissed me off about this was when a couple of people started calling that dancing thing that Pirate Software posted, they started calling it softcore pornography. I was like, no, that's not what softcore pornography is. Softcore pornography is not showing an explicit act.
Well, so my pushback to that is it's a mature game.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's all thrown out the window at that point.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and even if it wasn't, here's the thing. This reeks, and ABF knows where I'm coming from because we're very similar age. This reeks of the religious right when they were trying to keep people from having Mortal Kombat, having blood, and all that shit.
Panic.
It's just the satanic panic, like people like camping outside of the Marilyn Manson
To be
concert.
fair,
Like,
people keep saying that, but it wasn't just the religious right because Tipper Gore was also all in that shit. Tipper Gore was leftist. This was a uniparty issue.
no, I
in the
know.
day.
I believe me. I know.
Okay, so long as people remember.
No,
that
all
this
she
wasn't-
did was make rap really fucking cool with parental guidance suggested. She just made it.
Yeah.
She literally rubber stamped really good albums because if it didn't have it on there, you're like, I don't care. You know,
Fair.
It always blows back in your face. But what I'm going to say is that I understand what he's saying, and when Trent and Melanie Mack jumped on top of it, it's like, no, the responsibility lies within you raising your child and making the culture, like, you need to be able to identify things that you don't like, and then you deal with it there. You don't. This is why the pendulum swings. They're trying to make it swing. They're trying to increase momentum on the pendulum. The responsibility lies within the people. And I hate to say this because a lot of parents just dial it in. And I'm a parent. I don't dial it in. I make sure my son has a strong moral set, but he can see stuff that, like, you know, he knows what to deal with it. I don't shelter him from anything age appropriate. Obviously he's 11, so it's different when, you know, when he's like 18, he's gonna be ready. But the point is, you have to give them the skill set to be able to be like, that's weird, that's stupid, that's kind of gross. You don't do it for everybody else because that's how we got to this point. Exactly. The woke agenda arose because of the satanic panic. It was an overcorrection for all the bullshit. The Democrats, the Republicans, all those people. That, you know, all these people tried to keep it. It's all about you know, suppression of thought and free thinking, and it comes from the left or the right at any given moment. Is when you teach the people around you, or you teach your children how to deal with that, that's how you win. You don't preclude people from seeing that, because then you reach the forbidden fruit area, which is people are going to want to see it because they can't. When are people going to understand this shit? It's not that hard.
Or people will take it too far.
The moment you tell me I can't do something, my immediate instinct is fuck you, I'm gonna do it. Just because you have tried to tell me I can't do something.
Yeah, we never grew up.
My biggest issue, with that whole little thing that he wrote, and I don't know Dread Roberts or anything like that. I have seen him before somewhere. But my biggest issue is that he's putting words in the mouth and intentions in the heart of people that he doesn't know. He's making his own presuppositions and then, like, trying to mirror those onto other people that he doesn't know why this shift has changed. And it doesn't seem like he's trying to understand why the shift is coming. Or at least if he is, it seems to be at a very surface level. And that's kind of what irritates me, is like, come open a dialogue. Let people from all walks of life tell you why they're all totally for this.
Yeah,
and I mean,
sorry, AB, quick. Do you not feel the same way I did when you read that? It felt like we were back in the like the mid '90s. Like it was really like
no,
be
someone said it up here. It's this, right
Yeah.
here. This is I remember this, and this was being said by the right quite a bit. But now that the right has hijacked that, and made the MAGA party, we're a little bit different now, and we like things to not be regulated quite as much.
But that's
if
the
any, but-
populism side, not the right leaning side. That's not the conservative side. That's the populist.
You're right, but there were a lot of noisy people from the conservative side. But it's
Yes.
my opinion that we should have a pro non-censorship approach.
I agree.
The noisiest people are the ones who pay with their wallet.
Well, yeah, but no, these things can be handled by ratings on your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go to
like
Steam
we already
right now.
have. So, like, for all the issues, because I got plenty of issues with the ESRB. I think they do some fucking
Sure.
shit. But at the end of the day, the idea is there and the concept is there, and it's pretty fine. No one's gonna be like, oh, is Sonic the Hedgehog the exact same as Mortal Kombat? Like, no, you got this little sticker. One says E and one says M, and it's good enough for most folks to fucking wrap their brains
These
around.
people, they have no idea. Go to Steam right now and turn your filter off to uncensored.
No,
You
people
will
don't do
be-
that. Don't. That's bad advice.
No, it's
You
great
will be-
advice. It's wonderful
You will
advice.
be greeted with some things you didn't think you'd ever see. So,
Bro, I did that one time
already
for a
out there.
video, and there was like the second coming of furry Hitler is my daddy or something like that. Like, what the fuck?
There are actual corn games on Steam. Like full-blown penetration and things happening. Those exist on Steam.
someone gifted someone Orc Massager the other day. They're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Wait till he finds out."
But in the meantime, like because my granny's the one that got me into gaming, and she was playing. Her and I were playing Duke Nukem 3D together when I was a child, and like. It was fucking fun. She thought it was funny. She knew that I wasn't gonna go around telling kids that I was a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. Like, but that's a line in the game. Like,
Shake it, baby.
And-
Yeah, it was,
That's good.
Like I was saying on the other stream the other day too, we the reason why people are pushing sexy characters is because of the androgynous movement that's been happening. Yes, I know he addressed that in there, but this is a very important piece to it because
it is.
You counter it with just letting people do whatever they want with how the characters are dressed.
And I would say that like one of the reasons that it's so big right now is because that was something that they tried to tell us was bad for so many years. Like, you can't have attractive females. We've been hearing that for years at this point. We've been seeing them take attractive females away from us for years at this point. And then you get that in a couple of games and you start to go, okay, yeah, we need to add that back in. Well,
also, how many babylicious individuals in our space are also saying they want hot characters in video games? Just saying, it's not just a bunch of gooning guys doing it. Like, I can count on probably two hands and still name off more. They're like hot women that also make YouTube videos that want more hot women because humans just naturally like looking at beautiful things. I know that if I'm watching a superhero movie, I don't want some fugly dude playing Captain America. Some preferably it's not Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a terrible actor. Maybe a Jensen Ackles. I would like Jensen Ackles playing Captain America because he's got a very symmetrical face and a good build. He'd make a good Captain America. I don't want Charles Barkley playing Captain America. Not because he's fat, because nowadays he's flubby and out of shape.
And you're saying with
So he's
women
fat.
gamers, like they're more likely to play as the hot male character, you know? So it cuts both ways.
It does.
Yeah, but it's just like here's the problem, and it's just and I wish we would have recorded Hayden and I's conversation at Discord last night because it was really good. But basically, join the Discord at the GCA, by the way. It's about you don't want to squelch, you don't want to suppress artistic freedom. There is a movie that is one of my favorite movies. It's offensive as all hell, but it is one of the best movies ever made. It's called Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange is great.
Clockwork Orange is a
Such a
great
good
cinematic movie. It has a great story. It is, you will like. My son's like,
gonna
"Can I
mess
watch
with
a movie?" I'm like, "No, that's not even for most adults. Like, some adults don't even want to
gonna
watch
mess
that."
with you.
But it's so good, and that's what I want. I want the artistic freedom to be there. It's not the responsibility of the person creating something to censor themselves. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. They need to be able to put out what they want, to a certain level. There's some creeps out there, but
yes.
But by and large, it's not good for the culture because once again, you create the forbidden fruit, you're causing an issue of people. That's why I got into graphic design and things like that. Oh,
Nah,
sorry.
I disagree on
Get out.
You
Get a
can
dime bag before you
create
do that.
something as controversial as you want to, as long as it's your
Mm-hmm.
own original creation. But the thing is, people need to censor themselves. If you don't want to engage in it, don't engage in it.
Change
Leave
the
it
channel.
alone.
Yes.
When you say people need to censor themselves, that also goes to creatives. Mel Brooks made one of the most offensively hilarious films of all time in Blazing Saddles. But did you know that he said that he censored himself when making that film? He says the only time he's done it, he did a joke that he thought went too far. The scene where the sheriff is going in to fuck the prostitute. They turn the lights off, and she apparently goes, what was originally written, because this was what was filmed. The prostitute goes, "Oh, everything I've heard about black men was true," and he goes, "Maybe, but that's my arm." Like, he cut that joke, funny joke. But if he, as the creative, felt like that's too far, but it wasn't due to any sort of outside sources, fair enough, because you're the artist, you're the creator, you can make those fucking choices.
Yeah, that's his call. But anything that he decided to make as a creative should have been able to be viewed by anyone. If you don't like it, all you have to do is change the channel. And I think part of the problem is that this new generation that grew up, like they were so influenced by cyberbullying because they didn't know how to just log off of the fucking internet. If you're being cyberbullied, leave the internet. Just take a couple of days.
I remember back in like 2007 or so, I was hanging out with my grandfather, and like this Fox News report came on about cyberbullying, and he literally just looked at me and was like, "Just turn off the computer." And I was like, "It's that simple." Like, you mean you tell me that my 65-year-old grandfather can pick this up, and it's not like he's on Facebook or playing Call of Duty in the fucking lobby back in, again, 06, where they definitely would have called my old man an N-word. Like,
even then, you could just mute, turn off the chat, or
yeah. Whenever I had people calling me the F slur and the N slur, whenever I was playing Halo 3, all I would do was mute them if I didn't feel like I could handle it.
Oh, I was just
laughing. Give it right back, or just
Yeah, well, no, but my point
you have options.
is that
you don't need a
in
fucking
those
censor.
days, you didn't report them and get them booted from the game forever, like Valorant right now. If you call someone an idiot on Valorant, Valorant can ban you from playing their game.
Yep.
my youngest brother is 25 years old, right? And I remember he was 12 years old, and he was saying some shit that I didn't even know my 12-year-old brother knew at the time. And I was like, oh, he was just talking mad trash back. Guess what? Dude is like Jack now with a good job, works out all the time, still plays video games, clearly on the right side of the correct side of the political aisle. I mean, the right side, but the correct side of the political aisle. All I'm saying is none of these fucking games back then turned him into anything that wasn't like that he couldn't handle. All that bullying and shit, made him stronger because he dished it back twice as hard. And again, I remember I was like, shit, how old would I have been if he was 12? 17. I was like, Jesus Christ, when did he learn that word? But it was sick to see, and especially now, years later, I could see all those years of online gaming definitely prepped him for the real world, because my little brother's a hard ass now.
Yeah. I still call my younger cousins F slurs because we survived, believe it or not.
You survived the great Xbox Live Wars?
We did. They're all a couple years younger than me, too, so I was worrying about them for a little bit, but we grew up in the country.
There we go.
We had
right
guns
there.
at school back in the late 2000s.
Make that shirt,
Hell yeah.
Erwin, and I'll buy it.
If you want to relive the glory days, join the GCA Discord.
Yes.
I remember
You'll get called some things.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Look,
yes.
Quake is fine, but I will stand on the hill of Unreal Tournament supremacy.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah. That game
I
was
still have my original disc. Unreal Tournament.
I don't think I played the first one,
99 one.
What
about
man.
the flag?
What about
Oh,
Tribes?
hell yeah.
I agree with
Oh,
Tribes
Tribes
was
Aerial
so
Assault.
good.
Dude, that game was so sick. Tribes
Dude,
Aerial Assault. I played
There's a
it.
new Tribes that's coming
2004.
out.
My
Played way too
friend
much of that.
what do we call it? He rented the game from fucking like Hollywood Video or something.
Hell yeah.
Never returned it. It wasn't even a Hollywood Video. It was just like a no-name brand, like on the corner of his screen.
Oh, there's a logo on the pop shop, and he just jacked their fucking business out of the game back in the day.
No, dude,
the game was too good. He just didn't want to keep renting it.
No, Aaron had his social security number. He went into crippling debt to steal that.
This was
probably.
before, dude. When I don't even know if I can say this live, but when the movie gallery first opened up, we went in there and just they had just the games in the cases unlocked.
You
we might
should
have borrowed a
probably
couple.
not talk anymore at this point because
come and get me.
Movie
I ain't got
gallery
no
doesn't
money.
exist anymore. What are they
yeah,
gonna
movie
do?
gallery-
Like,
yeah,
Statute
good
of
point.
limitations, I think, is in play here. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
No, it's not.
They fucked up.
Once
They
filed
learned. They locked that shit.
By the way, there is a new Tribes game coming out soon.
Yeah.
So it won't be the same, but
yeah. Hopefully, if it's anything like Tribes of Aerial Assault, I just remember that game was so sick. You had to be there was light, medium, and heavy characters, and you can only do certain things with each character, and you can fly
there were
around,
massive
and blast everybody.
warships that you could fly into enemy territory and drop 10 fucking people on your team onto the enemy side. Yeah, it's good.
So right before we started the stream, this popped up on my just on my wall.
Ooh, baby.
And
Let's see here.
all from
I know what I'm
1998,
picking.
bro. What a good fucking year. What was your guys' game of 1998?
Start at the top.
98.
Yeah. From here we got Parasite Eve, which was a fucking classic. Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, Gex, F-Zero X, Resident Evil 2, Banjo-Kazooie, Twisted Metal 3, Pokemon Yellow, Crash Racing, Sonic Adventure, Star Wars Rogue
Wait, that
Squadron.
Crash Team Racing?
Yeah,
Sounds
Crash
like-
Team Racing.
Are you
Yep.
sure? That's the first
Fallout
one?
2.
CTR?
Yeah. This is Crash Team Racing. Yeah, the one that was on PS1.
Yeah, that game.
Well, I guess the first 2 or 3 were, but yeah,
the shit out
Fallout
of it.
2, Spyro, Xenogear X, Tomb Raider, Nancy Drew. Didn't know there was really a market for those games. A Bug's Life, Mario Party, and Grim Fandango.
That Tomb Raider was the one with the dogs, right?
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 3. So.
yeah.
Oh no.
I know what I was playing
the dogs.
the hell out of, and that was Rogue Squadron. At that age, at that time, that I fought my brother to get that game, and then I wouldn't share it with him.
I don't know if I can pick one. It's between
it's
between
awesome.
Metal Gear, Resident Evil, and Twisted Metal.
I picked Shift Happer in the comments on the right as one of the best games ever made that nobody knows about. Is Panzer Dragoon Saga?
Panzer Dragoon was fucking tastic.
Awesome. The remake was awesome. I have it on my computer. I love it.
That said, now my
gotta
favorite
say
game
either
of
Spyro
all time
or
is on
Star
this
Wars.
list. So that's my go-to is immediately going to be Sonic Adventure because it's my favorite game ever made. But Resident Evil 2 is a
Really?
close second. Yeah.
Bro, I am almost right there with you on Sonic Adventure. The only thing that I have an argument against Sonic Adventure for favorite game of all time is Metal Gear Solid.
And you can't go wrong with either one. Again, you can't go wrong with Ocarina or Resident Evil 2.
correct
Frankly,
answer.
Ocarina
A
is my
lot of them
favorite.
are completely different kinds of games. Sonic Adventure and Metal Gear is
they are
Yeah,
very
really, not really comparable.
No, they're comparable in the
But,
sense that they are my two favorite games
Yeah.
ever. Ocarina
At that
is
time,
my
I was
favorite.
playing
Nope.
Twisted Metal 3. I was playing Pokemon Yellow. I was playing Crash Team Racing. I played the shit out of those. I had Spyro,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2. I would
It's
play
either
every once in a
Sonic or
while,
Spyro
once a
for me.
week because I'd be too scared. But
Dude,
Twisted Metal
it-
3
only
probably with me,
PlayStation.
my stepbrothers, we just play that so much.
PlayStation was the console for
They
the
do
best
feel
sequels.
cool.
Spyro 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Resident Evil 2. The year of the twos, dude. Well, not year because they were different years, but you get what I'm saying. There's just something about sequels on the PS1 that were unhinged.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Gex Enter the Gecko was
I had that
such
on
a
Game Boy.
fun platformer game.
Super underrated, by the way.
ABF, I think you're
Oh, yeah,
muted.
Gex. He had good catch lines too. What was that, Nerd
Yes.
Slot?
Oh, he was telling me I was muted. I was trying to talk. Do you guys know if
Oh,
Gran
dumbass.
Turismo 2 was on
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 also?
Yeah.
No,
I played
Gran
the shit out of
Turismo
that
2
game
was
too.
on the PlayStation 2.
Two? Okay.
No,
Dude, I
don't
played the crap
think
out of that game.
I played both of them.
I did too. I'm pretty
You
sure.
guys
it was-
remember when they
Two
used
on
to
the
have
two?
Spyro at McDonald's and shit?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure do.
I loved playing there as a kid, just for Spyro.
Remember when McDonald's used to be cool as fuck?
Yeah, it used to be like a kid's place, not like a
Mm-hmm.
like an office
And then all the
building.
moms got
This is
freaked
an
out about
office
like
building
heroin
with
needles
food.
in the ball pits, so they got rid of the ball
Bro.
pits. Like
It was like
That's
a damn
bullshit.
Chuck E.
That's a
Cheese mixed with a Discovery Zone, and you could get like food at the same time with the best fries in the world. Like it was
Mhm.
amazing, giant playgrounds of video games and all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah! And then you'd
Well,
run
if
out
you're going to
the,
Orlando, the biggest
Yeah.
McDonald's in existence that I know of is in Orlando. It's fucking massive.
Yeah,
I haven't been in it,
you
but
need
I've
you
driven
need to
by
go
it
out to.
many
The
times.
best part was going out to Play Place and checking your friend into Mayor McCheese on the way out.
Nagernal, you are correct. Gran Turismo 2 was on the PlayStation 1.
Okay,
Told
I
them,
thought
boy.
so.
Played the out of that game. Oh my god.
Yeah, I played a lot of Gran Turismo 2.
And then Gran Turismo 3 was probably on PS2.
I think
Yeah,
it was,
I know 4 was on the PS2. for
4 was
sure.
definitely PS2.
Yeah. Great games.
what a
Oh,
what a
God, yeah.
time to be alive, man. What a
Yeah, I
time
used to
to
play
be
a lot of
alive.
racing games.
Well, I
Like,
think we're gonna...
guys, we got to live through the peak time of gaming.
Yeah, we got to live through the peak time of television and movies too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah.
At least
Aren't we all so
Humanity's
the
kind of on the down right now.
I'd say the
Now it
the
kinda
mid
sucks,
the mid
but-
80s. Not a lot of us were around for until we were older to catch up on those. But dude, television was definitely good between the 90s and like 2010.
Yeah,
Put up a parking lot, man.
Music.
Dude, fucking 80s was goated with the G.I.
I
Joe
got
and
that
Transformers.
reference.
I have a Raspberry Pi hooked up to a CRT TV in my game room, and I can watch the original episodes like I watched them back in the day. So I bring the heat because that's how you do it. CRT TVs, old tube TVs, that's how you enjoy old content because it doesn't play well on HD TVs. It's meant to be on a lower resolution, and it just hits it hits
Man,
different.
when me and my first wife got married, I made sure we had a CRT in our bedroom specifically for my Super Nintendo because I would play Super Ghouls and Ghosts almost every night.
CRTs have almost no latency, like reaction time at all.
No, yeah. I have the fixed Super Girls and Ghosts, by the way, Leon. The one where they take the slowdown out, where it has the memory issues, so you can actually play it unencumbered.
See, and people talk about how it's one of the hardest games of all time, which to be fair, it is. Even if you try playing it on like the Switch and whatnot on the port, it's still very difficult. But yes, you're right. The slowdown and the yeah, that was a big problem. Like from the first level, you go to make that like first jump over there, it stutters and yeah. Also, dagger was the best weapon, and I don't have sympathy for anyone that used the fucking torches.
If you can beat the game with that, you're goated, but you're not going to. So, anyways.
All right, we're gonna cut the show a little bit short tonight because I got to go on Moxie Dame's stream. But Leon, start with you. Thanks for coming on the show, man. It was awesome. Also,
Happy
Hondo.
to do it. This was a blast. Oh, say goodbye, Hondo. Say goodbye to everybody. You're jacking your jaw earlier. What, you got nothing to say now? All right, whatever. Yes, no, thank you for having me on. This was an absolute blast. I've been a little bit slow as far as putting out content goes lately, just because I've been on multiple streams a day for the last like 3 to 4 weeks. Also, the GOONERGATE stuff is getting kind of played out, and I don't mean that in a bad way so much so as we've been taking so many dubs. Here's what I will tell people. Be vigilant, but also look for the positives because there is, if you only fixate on the negative, only look at it through what's getting tunnel visioned, that's not going to be necessarily great. I don't want to go full Dread Roberts and like, oh, we're creating more problems. No, I just think that we're at a relatively good space where keep the pressure on, acknowledge both the good and the bad. Indiana Jones is looking fine. We all thought that would be shit. So again, take the dubs where you can. I'm going to get back to putting out videos. Massive changes coming to the channel in 2025. We're going to be doing a lot more like analytical long form analysis videos. I'm going to be making one, for example, on why Twilight Princess is just the better Ocarina of Time, because let's be real, it is. So yeah, look out for stuff like that. And again, thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Great,
Yeah, it's great having you on.
Yeah, thanks.
It was totally
super fun, man.
Yeah.
Norman, you look very festive with your Christmas lights there.
Yeah, I'm getting used to them now. You know, when I wake up, and because obviously when you wake up now in the morning, it's dark, and then you go out, and then you come home, it's dark. But instead of putting the normal lamp on, I've just been putting these on in the morning, and it's quite nice. But yeah, just a little outro segment, couple of things and stuff buzzing around for anyone interested. So CDPR, and it's a surprise update 2.2 for Cyberpunk that came out of nowhere. There's a red string tomorrow updating on what's going to happen. Tomorrow, Suicide Squad is adding Deathstroke. You better believe I'm going to be trying that out on my Kick channel.
They're also adding offline mode.
Yes, I refuse to tarnish my YouTube with this, so it's only going to be streamed on Kick. And yes, the final Suicide Squad update will come with Episode 8 in January 25, wrapping up a full year of updates, and that's it for the game. Well done, Suicide Squad. Well done. $200 million hole in the ground. Congratulations.
Oof.
But yeah, great shot tonight, guys. Oh, look, there's Beardo.
Oh, we're stream sniping.
Well, that's me. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, just working on stuff for the Nerd Files mostly. I'm gonna go live again over on Kick. I'm gonna continue my playthrough of Indiana Jones, so I'm gonna be checking that out. And I noticed during the stream that my YouTube channel hit 53 subscribers, so numbers are going up week by week. So thank you, everyone. But yeah, mostly just over on Kick and off the hip. So.
Awesome. Mo, you have a very confused look on your face right now.
No, I don't. I'm just waiting. I just it's been
That's just your
chaotic tonight, but in
resting
the best
face.
way
Got it.
possible.
Got
Yes,
it.
my resting retard face. But no, I'm looking forward to like watching people like Nerd Slap and Nagranol doing their game streams. I've been trying to get into it. It's pretty fun engaging with the chat too. Since a lot of people from the Discord show up, and God bless you guys for doing that. It's really fun. One thing I'm going to do over the Christmas break is I'm going to have a feed set up in my retro game room where I have like my Atari, my Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, like all the OG consoles. I'm gonna stream, and we're gonna play it on the couch like we used to back in the old days, so that the people around my age remember that time, and the people that might not have experience that understand how awesome it was. So I'm looking forward to doing something kind of crazy like that. It'll be on my Mo Zamboni channel. Yeah, man, and kudos to ABF for getting to over 800 subscribers. Where you at, man?
836 at the beginning of the
Dude.
stream, I believe.
Nice.
Crazy.
I actually can't believe how fast it's been growing.
Yeah, well, it's because this is a fun show, man.
You've been
It's
killing
we're
it.
literally nerding out. The fact that we get to spend 2 hours doing this is just insane to me. Like, seriously. But so
we're just
more
You gotta
success
get
to use.
watch hours up. You absolutely deserve that monetization, homie. We gotta get them fucking watch. I've had you going on like 3 alts. The others is like, get the fucking watch hours up, everybody.
I need 300 hours left.
300 hours. We're gonna get there. New Year. It's gonna be a New Year's by New Year's. If we don't get them there by New Year's, people, you're not doing your job. So
If we have
anyways,
Roger Ryan if they say it, then we'll have it by the end of the week. So,
but I love being on here every Monday. It's super fun. It's a great way to start the week because a lot of us still have all of us here have our regular jobs, and it supercharges us to get through the rest of the week. And I hope everybody else in the chat feels that way. So, hail, yeah.
Oh wow, that means that you guys are going to have to help.
Hold on. If that
means
doesn't
everybody
happen,
in
challenge right there.
does that change
Thought we were
me
already
straight? No, if that doesn't happen. You just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought we were
No,
already
there's,
gay.
there's no take backsies on that one, Leon.
I was gonna say Niat, that's on you, bud.
Yeah.
So-
Speaking of totally hetero, flat-chested people, Hayden.
Yeah, work has been kicking my ass. I make videos when I can. I don't have a consistent schedule or anything like that, but you know, I'm doing what I can to make content when I can and hanging out here. And ABF, thank you for having a show where we can primarily talk about games, because everybody wants to talk movies and TV shows, and I fucking hate movies and TV shows now. So like, I just want to talk games. So I love that this is my outlet to come on and talk with you guys about stuff that's going on in more of the gaming space, because
I
to
mean, we
me,
still talk
that-
about it here or there because they sometimes cross over, and that's when it's fun too. So.
Yeah, for sure. But it's, you know, I mean, we have all of these other shows like F&T and Tuesday night's main event, where all they focus on is they're on the movies, they're on the TV shows, and that's mainly their focus. Besides, like some other, kind of stuff around that. But here we get to talk games, we get to nerd out, we get to get into it, and I'm just glad that we have a show that a bunch of us that enjoy that can come here and do that. But yeah, I make content when I can, and live streams are coming soon. I don't know when exactly, but they're coming up soon. And yeah, otherwise I'm on Off the Hip and Late and Gay with the GCA every Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
You didn't mention
Multi.
Bridge once this whole stream. I'm so upset.
Oh, well, you already said it.
I was gonna say I could.
Multi, do your outro before Hayden goes on about Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Hayden, shut the fuck up. Make a shit ton of videos for the GCA. Obviously, half this panel are the co-founders of it, and we Hayden's our redheaded stepchild. We brought him in.
Yes,
we give him shelter and food and water, but we didn't give him a network card. So, but he is still part of the family. But anyway, we're
Maybe
going
Santa
to hit.
will put one in your stocking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gave him an Ethernet connection, but he started chewing on it, and it's like, all right.
Sorry, can we just appreciate our Gigantin, who's 10 minutes behind right now?
Yes, I know. He even admitted to it, and he's still just replying to shit from 10 minutes ago.
As a Cornhuskers fan, I expect nothing less from a Texas A&M fan. So
He's from Louisiana, man. He's actually
more to the point. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, so we are actually going to hit the second tier of monetization as far as watch hours go, way before we hit subs. So we're doing a big push for the GCA to get more subs so we can hit that 1,000 mark, because that 4,000 watch hour, that's going to be here by the end of the month.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
We've been having really good engagement, views, comments, and one thing that Mo likes is that I piss a lot of people off apparently just by having base takes on shit. But it definitely drives up that view meter and the engagement, which puts us in the algorithm more. So I'm happy about that. Also, one thing I'm happy about, even though Norman Conquest, and I will keep this short, ABF, as long as no one interrupts. I know you're trying to piss me off because I'm a Grinch about Christmas. However, I sent a super chat to Jeremy and Jay, and I was just like, if I'm not going to be a Grinch this season, Jay has to start being festive and put on this damn Santa hat. And the very next morning on G&G Daily, he was wearing his Santa hat. So I'm not.
You didn't see him. He came back that same stream. He went and got it. He was wearing it for the rest of the stream too.
Well, I was busy.
I appreciate your contribution to the season, Multi.
Yeah, fuck Christmas.
Yeah, I'm a Grinch like Multi.
So, Daggerdall, you
like
want
the Multi we know.
Daggerdall, you want to try to balance that one out?
No, not really. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Kick. I stream video games. I've been playing First Descendant, and it's actually been better. Like, I played it for a while, and then it kind of fell off just because the repetitivity of like
Jiggle physics coming soon.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I'm also on the GCA with the rest of these guys every Wednesday, and it was really cool having you on, Leon.
Dude,
Seen
it
a lot
was
of chats,
dope
so,
being
yeah.
on. Do you know the coolest thing about you? You got Lois Griffin's nose, and I love it.
A little more crooked, but I'm not Jewish though, so.
Italians are not Jews.
I just love that we have Leon and Nagrinol in the same stream. Leon's matter and Nagrinol's antimatter. Like, Leon is like 100% energy, and Nagrinol is the void of energy. So the fact that they talk to each other and the universe didn't explode is a good thing. Yeah.
We just can't let them touch.
Yes, that's exactly.
No getting drunk in the hotel room with you at the show.
Touch him.
No, you get away from him.
No.
Get away from him.
No.
We're not letting the universe in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it one day.
Well, everybody, thanks for coming out. Do you want to make an announcement though?
Don't clip
On the 12th, Thursday of this week, we're gonna. Yes, we're going to be covering the Game Awards live. What time was that? 9 Eastern, right? Or was it 8:30 Eastern?
Let me confirm.
7:30, I think.
Was it 7:30?
I thought we were gonna go live at 7:30.
Yeah, so we'll iron out the details. I'll tweet it out. Everybody will get informed beforehand. But no, I can't believe that I have this many subs. I never thought this was going to happen. I just thought it'd be fun to have a panel stream and talk about video games because GCA wanted to not talk about as many video games as I did, and this is kind of an outlet, and this is really, really fun. So
Dude, I made Tuesday night's main event talk about fucking video games for like a month, and then it was just they just abandoned it.
I still make videos about video games and video game news. I just try not to encroach on this because this is y'all's wheelhouse, but I got my own niche.
Yeah, well, you know they make other games besides Dragon Age, FYI.
I almost called you a racial word. Act like I don't know that, brother.
Backer.
But I've done so many videos on other kinds of video games, not just Dragon Age.
He's
Dragon
just
Age
passionate about it.
One of my favorite ones. So of course I had to report on all this shit, and then I was proven right on every single fucking point that I made. But I still talk about other shit too. Anyway.
And I'm also putting links to Moxie's stream in the chat.
Yes.
I will be over there in about 5 minutes. So everybody wave goodbye.
Goodbye, eh?
I can't wait.
I can't see. Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker.
Pal, I know a dead hooker when I see one.